Hey everybody, Jim Edwards here, and I'm not supposed to take this out of the office. Welcome to another edition of Letting the Chickens Out with Jim. So what am I talking about? Well, we're actually not even going to let the chickens out because I can't set this down. I'm going to have to do this video and then take it back in the house before my wife gets up. What am I talking about? Well, this is the only remaining original copy of Selling Your Home Alone. I guess it's backwards because of the way my video is being done. But this is the original book. This is the book that I self-published back in 1997, almost 24 years ago. And this is the last copy. You know, we had hundreds of copies made, sold them all over the country, but that's the last one. So I would tell you, when you write your book and you get your book done, get yourself a copy and hang on to it. Put it in the family archives. Now, this doesn't look too impressive, but this was the start of an empire. And I used this book to help me my first year in real estate to take 51 listings in a single year, my first year in real estate. Why? Because I discovered that having your own book was more valuable as a business building tool than it ever would be trying to sell the book. Though I did do really well selling the book online, relatively speaking. But I'm telling you this because most people have this fantasy that, hey, I'm going to publish a book and I'm going to get a publisher, I'm going to put it up on Amazon, and I'm going to live off the royalties. There's really only one person I know of who ever wrote a single book and lived off the royalties for the rest of her life. Was an author named Harper Lee, who wrote To Kill a Mockingbird. The rest of us have to be smart about it. And so I want you to think about this. Whatever you do, if you're a real estate agent, if you're an entrepreneur, if you own a retail store, if you're an insurance agent, if you're a lawyer, some sort of professional, a podcaster, someone who does something where other people look at you as an expert, where other people look at you as somebody that they're evaluating whether they should hire you or not, pay attention to you or not, having your own book, even this humble little comb-bound book that I did in Kinko's, if Kinko's isn't even around anymore, that can make a huge difference in your business. The fact that you are an author, the fact that you literally wrote the book on it. And I was thinking this morning, man, with the tools that are available in the world now, with all the different things that make it so easy to take your ebook and turn it into a real physical book, like a real book with perfect bound and a spine and all that stuff on it. Man, I could have crushed it back then if I'd had, instead of going around with this explaining, well, you know, this is what I got, and you know, I was still felt real good about it. Nobody else had one. But if I'd have had something that looks like what you can do now, I could have done 100 listings, because I could have done all kinds of creative stuff that we're going to talk about in the workshop that starts tomorrow, as far as using that book to get more business. So I want you to envision how you will use your book when it's done to help you in whatever business you're in. And then I want you to make sure that you show up live tomorrow for the workshop that starts at 9 a.m. We're going to go live. We're going to give you 2 full days of training. This is the same training that somebody else would charge you $500 to $1,000, $1,500 for. I'm going to let you come absolutely free, but you have to be there live. There's no free replay. So I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow for the How to Write and Publish Your Own Outrageously Profitable ebook workshop. I'm Jim Edwards. Make sure you're there and make sure you're on time, because we're starting with a bang. The very first one the very first session is going to be 21 ways to make money with your book. You're not going to want to miss that. I look forward to seeing you live. Bye-bye, everybody.